And again, just gonna pop open my dash real quick before I pop open the game. One downside to like using OBS and streaming Starsector and not playing in windowed mode is that I can't have the game running when I go to connect. Maybe if I set up some kind of a delay or something, I don't know. Long story short, you get desktop for a second. Hope you appreciate the lovely Starscape. I actually recently changed my desktop to have this lovely Starscape because it's in theme with most of the games I'm playing right now. Figured it's a nice backdrop. Alright, everything seems to be coming through. We seem to be green. No frames dropped. Just checking some old messages real quick. Okay. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing out on anything that I needed to respond to. Yeah, alright. I think, I'm not 100% settled in, but we're gonna start anyway. I have coffee. I have water. I woke up a while ago, but I still feel like I'm dragging. Oh, big stretch, big stretch. But anyway, we're going to start a brand new file, and we are going to do the hustle. We are going to get ourselves enough resources, enough credits. One second, I don't have chat up. We're going to get ourselves enough resources to do a quick early colonization. Why isn't chat loading? What do you do to me? That's why I really don't want to be using Restream still, but I have yet to find an alternative. I'll have to do some searching into that. Problem is, every time I think about streaming, I just stream instead of working on that stuff. We need a nice on it. You know what? Since I'm not going to be doing a lot of exploring. What I might do is I might go dive into like the warning beacons really quick. You know what? We might just do like a rapid. No, I don't want to explore. The whole point is to test a slow colony build. So I'm just going to build up a colony and see what happens. So we just need a nice random, that's the word, random. No. Yeah, he looks like a nice, honest gentleman, just looking for a place to retire. Wilcox it is. This is Captain Wilcox. And he is ready for retirement. He's done with all the shenanigans. He's not interested in combat. Where's my dashboard? I keep forgetting to keep things. Alright, there we go. We're all set. We're all settled. Wilcox. Let's go. We're going to do the Explorer start because it gives you a nice fat fleet that will scare away all the enemy. And I'm going to go pick up the derelicts. Always saying navigation first. The transverse jump is just way too useful. Today, since I'm not trying to do any kind of special challenge aside from just getting a colony up, I'm going to go no holds barred on the trading. I have the urge, because Wilcox is such an honest man, I have the urge to do everything above the, up on the books and not do black market trading and be all honest and all that stuff. But at the same time, I'm just trying to colonize. So we'll do a open market trading playthrough sometime in the future for sure. But right now we're just going to employ some of the quick start strats, the jump starting for exploring that I've already practiced, because it's really easy. I don't have to look at anything. We just grab our fleet, we fly over here, drop in on what's this thing called? Chaxaraxi. I like that name, Chaxaraxi. Oh, I'm getting blasted a little bit. It's fine. No big deal. Come over to Nova. Bonk. And this is where we actually look at stuff. I'm pretty sure Contas does want supplies. They usually do. Olinalu has a great weapons deal. We could pick those up from Kanta. Normally, I do a domestic goods trade. Well, we'll look at what we have available when we get to Kanta. Turn off our transponder because we're going to do some black markets. So Kanta is where we're heading next. We could get more money for the supplies over at Chalcedon, but the thing is right now we want to be able to buy from the pirates. The pirates always have a lot of surplus. They happen to have surplus weapons. I don't know how often that's the case. They have surplus drugs. They tend to have a lot of surplus stuff, especially the luxury goods. See, this is the main one. We can make that trade with Agrius, but that'll probably still be standing in a minute. Actually, hold on. Let's do the math. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The point is, we pick up as many supplies as we can afford, which is going to be our max load, which means we come in here and we change out. We don't need dedicated targeting core. We're not getting in any fights if we can help it. Same here. We just want expanded cargo on everyone. We're going to do our best to avoid conflict. Just expanded cargo. Expanded cargo. We need more space. Need more cargo. Actually, hold on. Let's undo that. Let's take this off. Expanded cargo. Actually, we're going to even go further with this guy. We're going to militarize him and lower our sensor profile a little bit. We're going to do the same here too. We're going to militarize and expand the cargo. Do they have an insulated drive or insulated engine assembly? They do not. That'd be the only other thing I'd want to look at. Alright, so max out that. Sell those. We cannot afford all this. That's fine. Just drop a few. And move. Should have checked the bar. You never know when you get an opportunity to do something cool. But we will be back in this system before the bar cycles anyway. So we can check back in a minute. Montes done first. Come here, sell basically everything we can get away with to pick up some extra cash. So we doubled our money. And the reason why we did it here is because... oh, they don't have that. It's the Starworks that has the surplus weapons. Now, if we went to the Starworks, we could buy for 300, sell for 500. We would also be able to pick up probably the full 400 and end up spending like around 400 per unit total, maybe less than 400. Let's assume 400. Then we would be able to sell them for approximately 500 profit. 500 profit is going to be 200,000. So that's a 200,000 credit job if we go to the Starworks and then go to Olinadu. That's not bad. But we are here. We can take the drugs to Epiphany. We make 200 per. We could probably get all 800, which would definitely bring up the probably going to bring the cost up to like 150 per unit max. So we can get 100 in profit. That would be 80,000. Wouldn't be that bad. But I want to check out this one first because this is the big one. Yeah, we can get 100,000 real quick if we go to Agrius with the luxury goods, and we can buy all 1,000 really cheap and pick up some extra ships, and then we can come back and do the drug trade to Epiphany, and then maybe make the weapons deal as well. So we're gonna do the luxury goods first. Let's pick up some extra ships. I'm going to grab these two brawlers, more than likely. Let me just look at everything real quick. Does it have a graded drive field? It does. That'd be solved by bulk transport, but it also has crap cargo. Maybe we pick up a Cerberus or two. The Cerberus are pretty cheap. They have 100 and 100 and 100. Just faulty automated systems. It's the only really downside there. I think I'll grab the shinier one. All these are okay, but I don't want to buy too many of them. These guys have 75, which isn't that bad. I think I'd rather just buy the broken Cerberus, because we only need a little bit. Hey, Big Mike. Cheers. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick up the 2 brawlers, and I'm going to grab this Afflictor as well. But let me make sure I can afford to grab the luxury goods still. And the Afflictor before we do that. But yeah, I think we have enough for the Afflictor as well. Yes. And we just want to put some armaments on them so they're not naked. That way the enemy will see them and be like, oh, scary ships, and they won't fight us. Hopefully. Dude, just the basics. I'm not expecting combat because we're gonna posture as if we have scary ships, when in reality we don't need record construction. Actually, we don't really need any of this. We're just doing this. Actually, here, you take the Thumper. Give me those rockets. It's not a bad slap together build. I'm not gonna lie. This would perform pretty well for the job we want it to do, which is just have gun, count as warship, mission accomplished, and we can build 2 of them. Done. For these boy, oh, we are broke. That's fine. We can change that real quick. Just come into here, sell some of those. What did I need? I need the assault guns, and I'll take those long range. There you go. So we can give him something. Reinforce the bulkheads, harden the subsystems. I'll even expand the cargo on this one because I can afford it. Bam. Done. Please don't shoot! It's been a while. How you doing? Where are those amazing channel redeems? Name a ship. Captain. Oh, you know. Called me out. You are correct. So the problem is I don't play Starsector exclusively. So those would not be super useful. And since I tend to restart every time I play, I feel like those would be scams. Like, you know. But I do have to, thank you for reminding me, because I have not been thinking about that. That is something I need to keep on my mind, is channel redeems. I mean, you gotta have like a stash of points. I gotta come up with something good. Alright, yeah, we're ready to fly. We just need to get moving. Agrius, right? It was Agrius, right? Yeah, Arcadia, Agrius. That's the one near the hegemony, so it's going to be a bit tricky to make sure we get in there with our transponder off. Come in with the transponder on first. Check out what's going on. Seems like a lot of drama. We don't want any part of that. Come out of their range. Go dark. Boop. We're in. Boop. Money. I've been hearing good things about Palworld. The thing is while I like Pokemon and I like survival games, it's a lot of the more monotonous parts of both of those things that I don't appreciate. From everything I've seen, it's a good game, but it's not a game for me. And I don't expect to be playing it anytime soon. The main thing that would bring me into it is when there's more to do. Playing with friends would absolutely draw me into that game, but right now I'm just not that interested. I'm far more interested in Warframe at the moment. Hey, appreciate that. Is that Marcus? See, it's either Marcus or Mercs, but Northwind, appreciate the follow. Let's swap these out for heavy machine guns. There's no point in not having it decent. And another follow for, what's that, C-Day Live? Appreciate that. Heavy machine gun and mining blaster are actually a really strong combo on brawlers. They do a very good job of being cheap while also still being able to punch very hard. So I like that combo. We can actually drop the assault gun on them now and give them something more flexible. I'm going to put tactical lasers on them, actually. The thing with the tactical lasers is the enemy doesn't want to drop their shields. It is Marcus. That's why I was wondering. Okay, thank you. And I recognize that face. Welcome from YouTube. So the tactical laser will keep pressuring the enemy, and they'll want to keep their shields up to avoid taking damage, which opens them up to getting disrupted a lot easier, especially considering the burst of the heavy machine gun. So they'll have their shield up, the machine gun will burst out, and it'll pop their shield a lot more consistently. Yeah, that's a shame. That's the struggle of, like, the internet these days, is everything's already taken, so everybody gets to be 420 YOLO XXX. XX, 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 until they finally have enough X's, and they get the name. I'm trying not to stress builds too much, because it's not super important right now. Like, our builds for our ships aren't going to matter much. We're not going to be fighting. But I could use a shepherd or two. And I like that vigilance. We have anything cool we can put on here? Not really. Let's just get something on here. Oh, you know what? I have a salamander somewhere. Here it is. Take that. Actually, you know what? We can go ahead and scrap this. It's only going to slow us down. Let me just go ahead. Hold on. Where's that tender I already have? Let's just auto fit, copy pasta over here. Good enough. Could you do a playlist if you do some vids on YouTube for watching in order if there is a follow-up vid? For which videos? I'm guessing for the Starsector. I have a really old Starsector playlist. The thing is, I don't tend to do a lot of follow-up playthroughs. The one I did recently where I continued my new save file on the new version was probably the only time, certainly the only time this year, but the only time in probably a whole year that I had continued a file. I tend to restart every time I play. I'm not really all that interested in a lot of the end game. I'm far more interested in just role-playing through as a character. And a lot of times after I'm done with a playthrough, I just don't really feel a need to go back and continue that playthrough. So there isn't really a lot of follow-ups, as you would describe, when it comes to my my stuff with Starsector. My Warframe content, though, I have been trying to maintain a playlist for, because I do tend to follow that stuff up. Yeah, I very rarely do follow-ups. Like today, I'm actually probably going to be restarting at least once, maybe even 2 or 3 times, because I'm doing this. We're going to be starting a colony as quick as possible, and to see how the event system plays out with a brand new slow start colony. And then I'm going to do the same thing with a commission to see if it changes anything or makes it any more viable. So we're going to be doing, but I'm only going to do that once I fully explored starting the colony. Oh, I should have bought that heavy laser I saw. I saw there was a mining laser. I think it was at Conta's. We'll go back and get it. Why do you have a flux distributor on? You don't need that. So yeah, we're going to be doing at least probably 1 restart today. Unless things go really well, I might not restart. But more than likely, we're going to restart at least once today. Alright, let's rearrange these. I have a specific order I like to maintain my ships in. Combat ships that get deployed up front. followed by support ships, followed by ships I'm going to get rid of. Alright. Let us dump some of these things we don't need. We weren't picking up here, right? We were just dropping off. Yeah. But unless they have... Hey, they have it! Nice! Let's get cooking. Alright, we don't have a story point yet, so we can't do that one there. But we can unmilitarize these guys and get the insulated engines on them. Demilitarize. And get the insulated engines. This will be the build. Love the salamander on these guys, because when I deploy them, all I want them to do is distract the enemy. And by having just the salamander on, especially now that it's got the reduced OP cost, then they shy away from the enemy because they have no weapons to engage them with. The boring drones, the borer drones, they clog up the battlefield. They distract enemy fighters, enemy missiles. They distract everything. It's great. These guys are the ultimate distraction when I need them. So there have been fights where I've had these guys in reserve. I was losing the fight. I pooped them all out, and it distracted the enemy enough that I was able to claim victory. Like having these guys on your in the pocket is not it's something to definitely consider. Your drone ships absolutely can help you in combat, especially with the salamanders, because that just allows them to distract the enemy even further. Because if you ever watch an AI when they're getting chased by a salamander, and you'll see exactly what I mean. They just sort of start spinning around trying to put their shield, unless they have rotating shields, then they just put their shield behind them and they're fine. But if they don't have rotating shields, they prioritize avoiding the salamander, as they should, and it just distracts them even further. So you can get away with a lot by just having a whole bunch of salamanders running around. Do I want to grab these tactical lances? I don't think I'm really worried about it. How am I liking the new colony threat system? Well, my last stream ended with 2 hours of rage and ultimately a full-on rage quit. So I don't see it as an improvement yet. If anything, it seems like it's even worse than it was before. However, that is the point of today, is we are going to see if it is as bad as it looked, or I'm going to, or if I'm going to find that I was just doing it too quick. Because I started 4 colonies at once, and because what I like to do is I like to fully explore the system, and then colonize. Oh, hard drinking spacer. What you got? What you got? What you got? Boofero. Oh, it's a good one too. Increased maintenance erratic fuel injector, not a problem. Let me get that from you, buddy. I'll take that off your hands. We also could use some officers. Cautious field modulation, perfect. I can work with that. Hop in here. But yeah, I think yeah, I liked it. No, I was screaming about it. Kind of sad that your 8i buddies are so bad with drone ship fleets. Also, I don't get the skill regarding drones having only bonus for 8. When I was talking about drone ships, I meant the shepherds. AI buddies are so bad with drone ships. I'm not sure I get what you mean. And bonus for 8 pieces of drone. Not sure I get what you're trying to talk about there. I actually really enjoy using the drone skills, the drone ships, but that's because they count for Wolfpack, and I do love using the Wolfpack. I do. It's got to be one of my favorite skills, and that's kind of why I'm so outraged with the new colony system, is that it's really difficult to do anything against those fleets when you're running a Wolfpack, because the fleets that were showing up right at the start, even though it said I had minimal threat, were so large that there was no way my Wolfpack could handle them in vanilla. You started with 5 colonies, and later it came back to a pirate armada. That's what I experienced. That's exactly what happened to me, yeah. So we're going to see if starting with less colonies, I'm going to do 1 colony, and we'll see what the situation looks like. Alright, good on crew. We don't need to stress all this. Let me get back to Kanta. Just jump right here, they're not going to bother me. There's my story point and my skill point. We're going to bulk transport, and we're going to mentor our lady. Get her to steady. In piloting, they join the fight and they engage the drones 100% of the time they fight. I do on and off the reset and the recovery time. Your ships don't do that. Are you talking about because they have the fearless setting, so they're not scared, and then we'll just basically they're almost as bad as reckless officers? Because if that's what you mean, then yes, that's absolutely the case. But I get around that by having them in ships that aren't really designed to engage. But even when I give them long-range weapons, they are point-blank range quite often. But because they're part of the wolf pack, they my other ships are doing the same thing, so my whole fleet supports them in their kamikaze runs. So it works out for me, but you're absolutely correct if that's what you're talking about. They do get very aggressive in very stupid ways. Alright, so we're going to run Drugs to Epiphany, and then we're going to visit the pirates to grab... Ooh, hold on. Need some... Acquire some more currency. Doing a bit too much shopping. There we go. We don't need it. There it is, the high intensity. I want to get that on here. Just become more oh, we don't have the money. It's okay, we can get the money. Regarding to the skill check, the 2 skills for drones and the green skill count only for 8 single drones. I'm still not sure what you mean there. Green skills only counting for 2 of the drones. Or for 8. Are you talking about the fighters? Got that. Oh, I have stabilized. No, I have stabilized shields on that one. We don't have stabilized shields yet. And it's right here. Yeah, we'll find it. That's not a hard one to get a hold of. Yeah, let's just fly to Epiphany. What's going on? No one to hire. Jump. Okay, so yeah, the fighter uplink thing. The fact that it only applies to 8 is because the skills in general, like, aren't for you to, like, they don't, like, the game doesn't want you to build a giant armada of carrier ships. Like, the default game recognizes that that would be way too good. That's why the skills for the carrier stuff, the skills for the fighters, are not, they only do 8. Because if it went any higher, it would be too good. When it comes to that, you're honestly, in my opinion, these skills are okay. But what really matters is putting officers in those ships, and those officers having skills specifically suited to what you want the fighters to do. For example, if you have a ship that's carrying bombers, you want target analysis so that those bombers will hit cruisers and capital ships even, like, harder. Because the whole idea is that the officer in that ship, their skills apply to the fighters as well. So you definitely want target analysis. Maybe helmsmanship, that maneuverability might help them avoid getting destroyed. Same with, like, I mean, you already want field modulation. Maybe missile specialization. I think missile specialization allows bombers to fire off more shots before they need to return. I'm not certain on that. That's something you're going to want to look into. But missile specialization may actually improve bombers significantly. And then, like, ballistics or energy mastery, depending on what the armaments on the fighters are. But I would separate my like, I would only, if I was doing a carrier group, I would be using herons and not like an astral or something too large, because I like that the herons are maneuverable enough that they can generally avoid getting caught off guard in bad positions. So I would have like 1 heron for bombing, 1 heron for fighters, and then I would probably build in converted hangars into a couple of my other ships to get those other 2 flight decks. Or you could potentially bring like a drover out, but I wouldn't really use the Astral myself. You could potentially do like 2 legions. I don't know. The fighter uplink and carrier group are kind of awkward to work with, especially because it's 2 skills that aren't that great individually, and together it's a huge investment. There's a reason why I don't tend to do carrier stuff, and it's just because of that mess, to be honest. But that I just enjoy the Wolfpack too much. Yeah, well, that's the thing too, is like if you're going that heavily into the fighters, you don't really need those skills. You're much better off looking at your hull mods and looking at your officer skills than focusing on anything else. Like because the carrier skills aren't really for like doing a full carrier group. Those are more for like buffing your fighters if you have what is thought of as a proper complement of fighters. Anyway, we came here to sell drugs. Boop. We could buy these domestic goods. You know what? We'll be able to sell these to the pirates and probably make a little bit of money off of them. Somewhere we'll be able to sell those, and we still have the room for most of the guns we want to buy, so we'll pick those up. It's a good deal. Nothing I really want to buy. It's a bummer. I was hoping to find a red brawler. Do I want to pick up any of these weapons? I'll pick up one of the boom tubes. I might make a boom tube vigilant. I'll pick up these heavy machine guns in case I need them. And they also have rocks, but I don't have the volume to deal in rocks. Alright, let's go to the Star Works. Well, first let's run over to the Kamari Condom and get on the radar and see if anyone nearby needs these domestic goods. Get on the radar, get on the comms. Because I have yet to give internet to the heathens at Epiphany. Alright, so we can go back the way we came, we can go to Kazaron, we can go to Dawn. Let's just drop at Kazaron real quick. Make a little bit of money there. We can also use one of our story points. Leave our transponder off. And get hit by a patrol. Get some bonus XP. Come here. It's my first day. Works every time. Boom. Alright, make a little bit of money. Anything here I want to grab? Actually, yeah, I want that. Most of these aren't that exciting. Do you have any surplus I want to look at? Not really. I could get a good deal on supplies, but we're going to hit Chalcedony up because we're going to go to Olenadu to drop off weapons. So we can grab these at a good price. Let's level up, get sensors, become more low profile. What do you got for sale? I'll pick up that monitor. Those are good. Real good for distractions. I only want one, though. We already have an Afflictor. I also only want one of those. We'll pick up that drone ship. You know what? I'll grab a second monitor. They're thick. They're thick in all the right ways. They do a great job of, like, distracting the enemy. And we want to give them all the vents, vente vents, and that's fine. You are born to crash and burn, and I appreciate it. We're gonna put this guy up here. You know what? You're gonna be our boom tube. And let's give you the heavy machine gun to encourage you getting up close. Oh yeah. The hyperspace topography is really cool. I really like what they the new skills they added for it. That's actually something that if I was like, I kind of wish I could just go out and grab really quickly, because the new skill they added in that is bonkers fun. It's just I giggle every time I use it. I have room. And we'll just leave it defense. Because once I get hardened shields, we'll put hardened shields on them. Alright, there's our boom tube. We still need to find an officer to run that one. I want to get a missile specialist in there when I can. It's fine. I don't really care what you have on you right now. Eventually we'll find a pack of salamanders. Monitor in your hands with safety overrides, making it immortal as long as you have the shield fortress skill. Yeah. Monitors can be really good. I just want them to distract the enemy. They don't need to last that long. It's just having them fly off into the distance, carrying a cruiser with them, is all I need. Or just soaking up damage. They're fantastic tanks. Like, they do their job very well. Nanoforge production slots. And we can use their blueprints. Alright, I don't think there's anything that I can build that I want. Yeah, not really. What do you have, though? I was really hoping to see salamanders. Most of this stuff I could find and buy easily. Oh, heavy maulers. Good 10 heavy maulers. You know what? I don't need 10. I don't need 10. I don't need 10. We'll do 5 heavy maulers. Let's go ahead and pick up 5 graviton beams and 5 ion beams. In case I want to use them, I have them now. I'll get 5 more heavy machine guns. No, not heavy machine guns. I need 10 light dual machine guns. If I can give me 20 of those. Long-range PD lasers, give me 10 of those. How many? I don't know how many assault guns I have. Give me 10 of those. Tactical lasers, I'll take. Oh, you know what? I missed where it was 50. I don't necessarily need 100. I don't even need 50. I'll take 40 of those. You know, I don't think I want to use anything with tactical lasers. It's just my instinct to buy them. And just to get them out of the way, in case I need them, let's buy a bunch of the lighter stuff as well, and the PD lasers. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be building yet, but this is a nice start of goodies. Plus, we're getting ready to go sell, so we have all this extra money. I'm not a huge fan of the Gorgons and the Gazers, to be honest. I think the ammo count on them is a little too low to just throw on. They don't seem to really have a huge impact, at least compared to the stuff that I'm replacing. But then again, I use the wolf pack, so I have ships that are weak against fighters. I really need swarm missiles on my on my small missile slots in order to counter enemy fighters. So I'm in a weird situation when it comes to that stuff. Oh, I should have bought more supplies at Kazaran while I was there. Oh, I did buy the supplies. Never mind. Okay, I want all those. We are not selling. Crap, I messed up. We are already sold. Good thing I didn't spend too much money. Yeah, we're not going to buy those. We're just going to buy some more supplies. And then we're going to go to Chalcedony. But first we're going to visit Alinadu. I like the idea of the directed energy weapons, though. They're very cool. I just have... They don't fit my playstyle. Alright, we can breathe again. Whew. Oh, you actually want... Yeah, see, this is always so deceiving. The price per unit looks like it's better here than Chalcedony, but if I sell them everything I've got, that price per unit comes down a lot. So there is a better deal over at Chalcedony's. Chalcedonia-ronies. Ooh, let me get that swarm rack. Speaking of swarm racks. Do I want to look at ships? They probably don't have too. Ooh, they have a nice vigilance there. I don't have anything to put on it yet, but I'll buy it. To find another salamander. The main thing with the salamanders here is, here, I'll show you. It's not so much the fact that they do a lot of damage. It's the fact that they've got good range, and as soon as this guy gets in this range, I messed up the timing on that. I should have fired 8. And reload. The system for the vigilance reloads faster than the salamanders reload, so you can have these guys pumping out salamanders on the back and just hobbling enemy ships. I've seen ships die because they've had 2 vigilance ganging up on them and just filling them with salamanders. But we're gonna take this mining blaster off because you actually need this. And this is how you make them even more useful. I usually use the graviton beam, so they're debuffing the enemy shields while also wrecking their engines. But the ion beam is another nice one too, because then when the shields drop, they still are useful. The salamanders, though, already have EMP damage, but then since they target the engines, the ion allows it to target more stuff. But the cool thing is that the ion beam and the salamanders both targeting the enemy as their flux builds up. Both of them can then punch through the shields and damage stuff. So it's really more a matter of, like, do you want the extra chance to disable weapons, or do you want the shields to just go down faster? And really, there's no right answer there. Both things are good. So sometimes I'll have 2 of each. 2 with ion beams and 2 with graviton beams, and that's not counting my boom tube launcher. This one is actually going to get an officer at some point. Having just one of these is so great, because the officer will just randomly drop a Reaper or 2 or 3, because it's the same thing with the salamander. You have the same situation. I did deploy him, right? I don't think I actually deployed him. I didn't. Alright, let's get him out of here. Boom. Fantastic. Now, they don't fly it like that at all. They are much more cautious, even if you have a reckless officer. Or they're either foolish or timid. Like, there's really no in between. They're either going to waste their shots or waste their shots. But if you have that finely tuned officer, then sometimes they do land a shot here or there. And it's just the threat of that Reaper in the enemy's face is enough to get them to start behaving a little skittish, thinking twice. And if they don't respect that Reaper, then the boom tube fires and takes them out. It's so good. So good. Alright, let's go to Chalcedonies. Is Connie nearby? Connie's nearby. Let's go visit Connie real quick. We're still trying to collect officers and random stuff. Alright, let's get, we're not going to be going out into the deep, so I'm going to take field repairs. And actually we're going to build in a couple of things so I can get some more bonus XP. This is where I wish I had picked up that stabilized shields, because now I want to build stuff in and I don't have the stabilized shields that I want to build in. It's alright. Real quick. Insulated engines. Build that in. This will allow our apogee to be basically not a factor when it comes to our sensor profile. I just need to get something on this guy, so we'll just put stuff on him. Oh, got shield conversion front. That's nice. We'll refit him later. I just don't want him being naked. Yeah, let's get that shield conversion front on these guys. The rotating shield is really useful, but I just like having that wide bubble is just nice. Let's drop. Yeah, do it like that. Oh, and this, is that all of them? That was all of them, right? Yeah. These guys don't have a 360 shield, do they? They do have a 360 shield. I think I'll just leave that for them, though. Not gonna worry about the shield conversion front. Like, it's basically a near complete cover on the vigilance when you have it. Like, the flexible shield is great, the AI is really good at using it, but that's a pretty good shield. That's pretty good coverage. The only thing it doesn't protect you from is salamanders. And if my vigilance gets hit with a salamander, these things happen. I won't cry. I don't really have anything else to build in because we don't have a lot of hull mods right now. Get these supplies up here because we'll go make money off them. And those will be our leftover supplies. I don't want another buffalo. This one will keep us for now. Grab one of these guys. Oh, you have swarm racks? Is that the only one? That was the only one. No, that was the one in my inventory. Right. We came here to check officers in the bar. Nothing. Alright, let's go to Chalcedonies. Sell these. You have goods, you do. Agrius still wants them. I'm paranoid that we're going to lose that deal by the time we get there, but we'll zoom straight to Agrius and try and make it. I want those brawlers. I want that shade, but what's wrong with it? Faulty automated systems, degraded engines, compromised armor. I can live with that. Give me those. We don't have the guns for him yet, but I don't care. I want them. I wants them. What can we do for this guy? Not that great. You got anything in here? We'll do an ion pulsar and a little thing. This is terrible. I hate it. What I like to do with these guys is put salamanders on them, or a needler and a salamander, and then an antimatter blaster. They that setup works really well at just making them so threatening, and you know they still don't do a great job, but occasionally they will just blast someone, and it's so great. Mostly they're there for their special effects. That's why I don't bother with the regular ones. I got the pirate ones because they're cheaper to deploy. These guys though, we don't have any of your guns, so. Oh, you have light machine guns here though, so I just need chain guns. Let's hit you guys up real quick though. Yeah, let's go ahead and just refresh them. Go ahead and put something on them. See, the thing is that this is just such a bad build. I'm just gonna use guns I already have, so I'm not buying anything else. And we'll change it out later when we get the assault chain guns for him. Weathered looking man. What do you want to sell me your potatoes? I'll buy your potatoes. I always buy his potatoes. He's a nice guy. And they need the potatoes and the Grius anyway, so that works out. In fact, I'll buy the rest of this to take over there. Oh, I forgot to check the... Nortia needs the rocks. You know what? Heck that. I'm just gonna buy all these up. We'll go to Nortia though after we hit up Agrius because I don't we didn't check that. Nortia might be... Alright, what would we lose out more on? We would lose out like 80,000 over there. 80,000 over there. I'm going to bet on Agrius because there's other places we can potentially sell those rocks to. And again, there's also other places we could... Yeah, there's not a... Yeah, because we could potentially go drop these off at the Starworks and at least get most of our money off of them. But there's nowhere else to drop domestic goods off right now. So we're going to go to Agrius. I really want to get Augmented Dry Field. I can feel that 2 burn that I'm missing. It hurts. Going with our transponder on. Go over to Agrius. Get out of sensor range. Transponder off. And we missed the deal. Just gonna get rid of him. Oops, stabilize shields. I'm gonna build these in on all of my brawlers. It's a nice way to use the skill point while still getting some bonus XP back. And these brawlers are essentially going to be my bodyguards for the entire game. Especially these guys, these spicy boys. And stabilized shield's a great trade-off, even if you don't build it in, because you're spending 3 points to discount 50 shield. On the overdrive ships, it's not as good of a payoff, but essentially you're getting 50 dissipation, which is 5 vents for 3. And then you build it in. The fact that we're building it in is why it's okay on this guy. But it's generally, like on a regular brawler, it's a great trade. And there's a lot of ships where that's the case, where stabilized shield will save you more than you could possibly invest in vents. Especially if you're already capped out on vents on frigates and destroyers. Safety overrides can help you manage your flux overall. Because like once we put the assault chain guns on these guys, they're going to be well above that 700. And they're going to be like pumping out everything anyway. Bring these up here. Once we get you better... Once we get the better guns, we'll swap her into there. Oh, nice. Salamanders. Fantastic. Let's swap these guys out. And swap this out. Just put 1 on it for now. Hopefully we'll find the Needler to put on there as well. Their time is come. Random ships. Get out of my fleet. And we'll hold on to this guy for now. He's providing quite a bit of cargo. But our goal is to acquire probably Atlas for this playthrough. I normally go hunting for Revenants, but I think today we're going to end up trying to find an Atlas. Yeah, see the Nortia one is gone as well, which is fine. Like I said, we can go sell to the Starworks. Have a nice little fleet built up. Yeah, I'll take another one. I want 6 of these guys. Oh, I fumbled my hotkeys. Okay. And there's no one there. Sinister Woman, Pathers, no thank you. Let's turn on our transponder since we're not in a hurry. The Starworks always has a shortage on transplantonics. Let's go walk around and see if we can find officers. Ballistics mastery. Sounds good. You got any chain guns? I kind of want to sneak in here and pick that stuff up. How much is it altogether to get those? Kind of want that too, but I don't need that. I don't need that now. We're already getting those. I don't want heavy needlers. So that's not that bad. Alright, so if we buy something here, what do you have that's actually... You're selling gas. And Syndria needs gas. So let's go ahead and buy up 200 gas. And get our weapons. Minimal trade. Or minimal issue. I don't have a lot of money. Is there anything else I can get? I don't have anything else. Oh, you know what? They have Marines. We can buy 100 Marines. And maybe that'll offset it. I just don't want to lose any points. Yeah, there we go. No points lost to hegemony. And we can sell those guys off. Let's go drop these Marines off at Chalcedony. And then we'll whip around to Syndria. Actually, let's go to Syndria first because we can pick more Marines up. It's a very open space. I wonder if they've changed the way that the storms in the inner system spawned, because it used to be so much busier. But I feel like now I've been having a lot of more open space. Heyo! Oh, transponder. First day. It's my first day. I don't know where the button is. Have a shortage of Marines here or something? Well, buy more. Ah, our chain guns. Fantastic. Yeah, we got goods. Let's pick up hardened shields. Thelian Raider Base wants supplies. We can go pick those up somewhere else. Any ships that I want to pick up? I think I'd rather save my money for a minute. And that's the build. You're not familiar with it. One last change. I put them on alternating fire. This doesn't affect the way that the AI flies it, but when I fly it, it allows me to control my flux management a lot better. And you're going to end up shooting this same number of bullets anyway. It's just going to happen over a slower time so you can manage your flux a little bit better. Yeah, 50 extra minutes is useful. We'll keep that on there for now. But let's put you in one of these. We'll put me in this one. Put you in this one. Actually, no. We'll put you in this one. And then we'll put you in here. And you, we will mentor for aggression. Alright. Phase anchor though. Take that. We have hardened shields now. Do I have the room for it though? I think what I'll do is I'll wait until oh no, why do I have so much space? I forgot to put the stable injector on them. I'm gonna, as soon as I get hull restoration, the bulkheads will come off on these. Oh, you know what I forgot is because of the new change, you can always recover a ship that you've spent a story point on. So I can actually take these bulkheads off on these guys now and put the hardened shields on them. Hardened shields on the brawler is fantastic because they already have good shields, and now it's like practically like they're only taking 2/3 of the damage to their shields. It's so good. Can I pick up all those? Not all of them, but some of them. Oh, you know what? Let me just... How much money are we going to make on Marines here? You know what? That's not worth grabbing more Marines. I'd rather just grab the extra supplies. Unless somebody wants guns. They want guns, but they won't give me a ton of money for them. Alright, so we need to go pick up drugs from somewhere. To the Raider base. That's where I want to go after the Star Works. So we gotta go to Chalcedony to drop off Marines. Then go to the Star Works. That'll get us more money. Then we visit the Thulian Raider base to drop off supplies. And then hopefully we can still make it to make it to get the drugs for them as well. So I will buy these. Oh crap. Don't look. Say nothing. Leave me alone. Go away. I don't have a ship for you. No, thank you. I hate that event. I've got this stupid mission. I think it's that it's if I go there, I have that option in my thing. Anyway, 30 more days for that. Where even was that, Kazaron? Yeah. Alright. Chalcedony. You coming after me? No. You're just flying. Yeah, I was right. It's this one. Thought I was gone for longer. Thought it should have been further along in its orbit. We're not selling that. We're selling those. Selling the Marines. But do you actually have a surplus? No. And no. I really just like the way that trade doesn't update properly. That's a side effect of the new trade tweaks. It takes longer for stuff like that to change, but it's awkward. They should remove transverse jump from navigation. That is a hot take. Where would you put it instead? Just remove it completely? It is pretty good, regardless. But the whole idea is that the player is supposed to be special, and that skill is special to the player. The thing is that if they removed it, it would just be removed, and I don't want to have to do the story to get that. And I don't want to have Nexterlin so that I can skip the story. So I'm very happy that that skill has that, so I don't have to do the story to get what I think of as the most important movement skill. So like, I'm very glad they don't do that, because that would be a very bad change in my opinion. It makes the game far less replayable without mods. Yeah, but the thing is I don't want to do the main story. Like, the main story is a very long, tedious fetch quest series. And while it's very enjoyable the first time through, and I always highly recommend it, I am not interested in redoing it. Especially considering I literally restart playthroughs every single time. Like, think about that for a minute. It's not fun. You do get the transverse jump pretty early in there, though. There is that. We go to Madeira real quick and drop off these. No, we have the Thulian Raider base to visit, and then we have to go visit. We're chasing a different dragon. But yeah, no, I think that would be a change that would drive me almost completely from vanilla. I use the transverse jump a lot, and it is essentially oh, I just passed the Thulian Raider base. It's essentially the primary PC skill. Like, yeah, you get it for free, but the being able to get it with navigation, like, the whole point is the PC is essentially like this extremely unique individual. I agree with that, though. I do think that there should be an option to skip. But if that's the case, then why does this change even matter if you could just skip it anyway? For me, the fact that I can't just skip it in vanilla is my big complaint. But if I could just skip it then in vanilla, then there really is no need to change it in the first place. Stop by Syndria and drop those off. It's on the way. It's definitely a hot take. I'll tell you that. I completely disagree, but that has to do more with the way I play than anything. I can understand. So like there's this is one of those things where it's like there's two mentalities for this game. There's a lot of people that wish this game would be pushed more towards a gritty, hardcore, difficult survival focus, where like, you know, it's almost impossible to find pristine ships and things like that. And then there's people that just want to play, have fun. But to that extreme focus on wanting to be immersed in that cringy sort of stuff, there's mods. Like, there's a mod that makes this game significantly harder. Like, if you don't like the transverse jump, you can also just not use it. Or if you think that it should be locked behind the story, like, you can go in, I'm pretty sure that would just be I'm not certain, actually I shouldn't speak out of turn like that. I'm not sure how easy it would be to take that skill and mod it. But that's a real hot take. That's a really hot take. That's a brave opinion. Especially to share it in front of all of us like that. It's very brave. Hats off to you. Alright, let's get these swarm wrecks on these guys, because I really need them to counter enemy fighters if we get into a fight. Although we're quickly approaching the situation where we will just not get into a fight. It's just not going to happen. The only things that would be hostile to us are going to be too small, and they're not going to want to engage us. I'm more concerned when we start going out into the wild to look for our planet to colonize. But even then, I'm not going to spend much time looking. Yeah, let's go to Syndria because I can pick up some more gas. God, look how open this is. I'm so used to like there being huge storms over here. Let's spend another story point too. Hi, everyone. It's my first day. Don't worry, guys. It's my first day. This fucker again. Ugh. What do you want? Go away. Fucking hate that guy. Now they have a surplus. Hold on. It said they had a... Oh, I don't even know. Alright, I think we're still making money. Just get rid of them. Just get them out of my system. I don't want to see them anymore. They anger me. Let's go get some drugs. Not sure what you're trying to say there, Marcus. Concerned man, what's wrong? Volatiles! Let me make that trip in time. You know what, I'll take it. And we'll do it after we do our drug. Oh, yeah, so that's actually one of the reasons why I tend to play vanilla more than Excellent, is the revenge fleets that they send after you. Always being able to know where you are and being able to just hunt you down. Like, it's very problematic for somebody who relies heavily on a low sensor profile. I really dislike how that works. Oh, we still have a skill point. Let's get that containment procedures. Speaking of fuel issues. Why do you want to bother me? What do you care? Whatever else. It's my first fucking day. Freaking Tritachyon cannot make up its mind on whether or not they want to harass you for having a transponder on or not. You play on easy mode? Alright. You don't get to talk anymore. Go sit in the corner. And that is obviously me being mean and bullying. And that's just how we roll sometimes. I actually really suggest playing on easy mode for our first time. But when you get to a point where the game feels easy, you have to remember you're on easy mode. Maybe your sensor profile isn't as low as you thought. Bro, I've had that thing down to like 5. And these frickin' vengeance fleets still find me. The funny thing is that what happens is they come shooting straight at me because they very clearly know exactly where I am. But then when they get into a certain range, they cross a certain threshold where it turns off their ability to know exactly where I am. And suddenly they have to rely on my sensor profile. So they'll come flying towards me, knowing where my... And then after that, they start flying as if they can't see me anymore, but they know my heading from my last known position. And then I just, you know, maneuver and get away. Because they, like, at some point, they stop being able to see you. It's very strange. But I just dislike the whole thing. The whole point of my low sensor profile is they cannot find me. But these vengeance fleets don't care. It's a cheap mechanic, in my opinion. It's just adding, oh. Wrong button. It's just a way for, to punish people who are doing cheesy raid, strats. Because there are ways to, like, do some cheesy raiding where you can easily topple targets by just raiding over time. And, yeah, it's one of the things about Nexerland that I really dislike, but I do understand why it's there. Because otherwise it would just be too easy to cheese Nexerlands, like to cheese the factions. But in my opinion, so fucking what? Like, I don't get why people think the game needs to be more difficult. Like, just play it differently, and it will be more difficult. You don't have to do things certain ways. That's the whole point. Play different ways. People shouldn't be getting upset that players are cheesing the game when it's a single player game. Stop trying to min-max the game and force people to play a certain way. Because that's what's happening, is like so many of these mods are either expecting players to play a certain way or even demanding players play a certain way. And it really ruins the fun for players who don't play that certain way. I play with a wolf pack, and a lot of the mods don't account for that. They don't account for people flying fleets like my fleet. And so there's actually factions that I just cannot play with because there's no way I can engage them. Junkyard Dogs is the one that comes to mind right away. Because their fleets run so many fighters and have so much missile spam that there's nothing I can do with my wolf pack unless I am literally using the mods to make an invincible fleet. But just playing casually, there's nothing my fleet can do against them. They're a huge, hard counter to the wolf pack with there's no way I can fight against them. Well, that's the thing, is my wolf pack isn't 30 omens. If it was, I would struggle against other targets. Where am I even going? Nachiketa, deliver volatiles. I got so distracted. But even then, that's not really going to solve the problem, because I need to be able to destroy the ships, and 30 omens is going to struggle. Would be a fun playthrough to do sometime. I have thought about doing, you know, can 30 omens, can 30 drone ships, can 30 ship do thing? Would be fun. What with what? I know the Omen's good. I fly the Omen primarily as my flagship. The Omen is fantastic. It's one of the best ships in the game, pound for pound. I was really hoping to find... Oh, I need to not do that. We're supposed to be good boys. I do need to find hypervelocity drivers, though. It is a problem we are having. Buy this one though, because I can offset. Do you actually sell? You sell volatiles, right? Because I just showed up with a whole bunch, and now you have too many. Hey. That'll offset a lot of black market trading. Then, unfortunately, there's not much in here that I really want. I'll buy the duty-free gas and supplies, I guess. Should be fine. Medium. That doesn't sound right. How much, do you see how much money I spent on volatiles? Let's buy some marines. They just really didn't want me to buy gas on the black market, I guess. They're so upset. Can I buy a ship? Not really. Nothing here that I want. Well, I can see here from our positioning we have patrols on either side of us. We might be able to YOLO away. That is a large fuel tanker, which we do not need. My fleet is self-sufficient. It can... Hey, they didn't care. It can move along. I could explore endlessly without any... Can I help you? Sir! Let's do this. Bring everyone. I want to show you your mistake. Come here. Where you at? No, no, no. It's you. Uh-oh. Speaking of mistakes, why did my fleet not come in? Come on. Oh, that was embarrassing. We dead. That was terrible. I didn't realize that was their salamander. I thought that was my salamander because we have so many salamanders. Excuse me while I take your ship. I don't know why you guys are scared. This is a small, shitty fleet. And I have done it again. Alright, hold on. First of all. Second of all. By the way, we are on full assault, and these guys, oh, I guess they are actually fighting now. It just drives me crazy how timid the ships can be sometimes when they think they're gonna lose. These are not my salamanders. These are not my salamanders. God damn it! Don't mind me. No. We're good. We're good. Don't look this way. Don't look over here. Salamanders. I hate them. I hate them. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. I feel so sluggish. I was just playing with all the speed boosts, and I feel so slow. Alright, asshole. Come here. I see you spinning there. You having fun with that? Is it working out for you? Doesn't appear to be working out for you. Guys, fight! What are you fucking doing? We have the advantage. Get in. But instead we have all these guys down here playing around, and none of these guys want to fight. Fucking nerds. The brave little toaster over there. Oh yeah, you definitely, I would say, go to YouTube, Google Starsector review, watch Seth's video, and then that'll help get you a little bit into the game. Get the fuck out of my life. I hate you people. You guys are so timid. Get out of my way! Fucking turd! Come here! What is that, a mule? Still behind? Ugh. The sad thing is that if my fleet had just gone all in at once, that would not have lasted that long. Like, we absolutely had the advantage there. We had better ships, we had better equipment. We just had timid officers that didn't want to fight. And by that I mean we don't have officers, so there's that. They looked scarier than they were, but boom, evaporated. You want some too? No? No, you don't want to play? Gee, I wonder why. Alright, commands. Doctrine. Make them a little bit more aggressive. Oh, what do we have? We have volatiles. Who wants the volatiles? Sphinx. We'll drop these at Sphinx then. Just to get rid of them. Yeah, there's I like the Harbinger a lot. The Harbinger is really nice with 2 or 3 phase lances on it. Don't mind me, just gonna sneak on right into your planet here, buddy. Could you, like, fuck off? Could you go patrol your duty? Why am I so noisy? What do we got? The Buffalo. Rip Buffalo. Actually, we need is more phase ships. We got any phase ships? Ah, Tarsus. Much better. There we go. I don't have to worry about that. What happened there was I was not at all interested in investing in a Buffalo, but I will happily put all of my money into any Tarsus I see. Love the Tarsus. What's up? Nope, not interested. Hello? Can we get away? I don't think we can. He just emergency burned. He can't see us. Now he can. He's gonna lose his burn first. And then we go dark. Nah, he got us. We're just too fat. It's fine, we just spend the story point and get out of here. Yeah, insulated engine is fantastic. That's actually what I'm planning on doing when I build the when I pick up larger ships. And at some point we're gonna pick up a couple Atlas. And yeah, we just do insulated engines, built in the augmented drive field, build in the insulated engines, good to go. Let's just see what's good at Kanta. because we don't have anything we need to sell. Oh, you know what? We got a production to go pick up. The cinch. I'm thinking of cinch, right? Appreciate the follow. We are way off. Wait, no. I'm on the right spot. I'm crazy. Clicked on the wrong planet is what I did. We almost got away from that guy. If it wasn't for the apogee, we probably would have gotten away. But the apogee raises... Actually, well, the apogee isn't really affecting our sensor profile anymore, but it's slowing us down. We really need to get augmented drive field. Because I don't want to get rid of the apogee this time. I'm going to hold on to it the whole time. Normally, I get rid of it. What you got? You got drugs, you got goods. Anyone want the drugs? You don't really have a lot of drugs. I mean, you don't have cheap drugs. Double our money if we take them over to Thule. Is it double? 158. Not really double. It's a good deal. Rather take it to Dawn. It's 70... 140,000 if we take these to Garner. I want to buy them, but I don't want to sell them yet. Garner and Corvus, or Dawn and Hybrossil. We can make both those. Need to get more phase ships. Honestly, though, we're getting to the point where we could start a colony. No, Corvus. I just want officers at this point. That's acceptable. No, it wasn't the drugs, it was the goods. You got anything to sell? No. Dawn. Is there somewhere I want to stop along the way? We can get some more drugs at Scothy. Dawn doesn't even want them anymore. Heck, Dawn. We're going to Epiphany, which means we can pick these up. Let's see if we can pick up more at Scothy real quick. This is what I mean. They don't care. They don't care about my transponder. They're like heck transponders. Heck transponders are for freaking hegemony sympathizers. Oh, we got 2 blue brawlers. I'm in. All in. Gimme. Gimme. They're beautiful. Polish them up real nice. Hold on. Ah, look at that. What do we have for them? Oh, are you kidding me? We got no weapons. Alright, here, hold on. We'll do a phase lance and an ion cannon. Don't worry. Don't worry, we'll fix it later. Don't look at it. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. It's alright. God, I hate it. I hate it so much. It's cursed. Don't stare directly at it. I just won't talk about that. It's okay. Would you rather be in a shiny blue brawler? No, he's like, no, fuck that shit. Keep that thing away from me. I'll sit in this one, thank you. Yeah, exactly. Oh, sorry. We'll find good weapons for it. We'll find some good weapons. That's not how we're gonna leave him. We're gonna try and put Heavy Blaster on him. I like Heavy Blaster, Ion Pulsar. That's my preferred, because 2 heavy blasters is too much. They run out of energy too quickly. But 1 heavy blaster allows them to harass shields, and as soon as those shields drop, they just dump the ion pulsar in. It's fantastic. This is definitely Epiphany. Got it. I'm so good at that. So I know where the planet is all the time. I am so good at that game. Do I want? Yeah, I want a third brawler. Let's get a third one. We have the kit for it. Wrong button. There we go. I want to ask you one more time, buddy. Is this really what you want to fly? I didn't think so. Alright. Oh, hold up. Domestic goods, right? No, no surplus. Okay. Let's go back to Kanta. Yeah, let's go back to Kanta, see if there's luxury goods. Excuse me! I didn't think you wanted any of that. You're rude. Alright. Oh, there's my ion pulsars. Fantastic. Where'd they go? Oh, they're up here. Oh, I messed up anyway. There we go. Oh, I built it into this one, but I didn't build it into the other one. That's funny. Oh, we have an ad break. Okay, I'm gonna grab a cigarette. Just make sure I'm not doing anything else. Yeah, so we'll pick up all that, and then I'm going to grab a quick cigarette while the ad plays. I should only be 5 minutes, but I'm going to set the BRB for... Actually, you know what? I'm going to set it for 15 after. So we're going to take a 15-minute break. Didn't show up. There we go. But it's my goal to be back before that timer. And I usually am. I just wanted to make sure that I had enough time in case I need to use the restroom or anything. Sometimes I don't notice until I get up and stretch my legs. Anyway, I will be right back. So mad at myself because I left the screen on my desktop instead of leaving you with some lovely music. Oh well, these things happen. I am back. Beat my time. Got everything accomplished I wanted to. I got a smoke in, got some snacks. We have some grapes and an egg muffin. And when I say egg muffin, you might be thinking it's a muffin with some egg on it. No. These are eggs that were cooked in a muffin tin with all kinds of goodies inside of them. They're fantastic. It's a great little snack. You can just keep it in the fridge. They're fine cold. You can let them warm up. They're fine. They're such a good snack. I also saw some grapes. Grapes are like candy from nature. They're fantastic. Alright, we picked up those luxury goods. Syndria will take all of them. But that means I have to sneak in again. So I either need to burn a story point, which we have, but I'm going to save my story points now because I want to try and get a hold of some Atlas at some point. So we're going to go to Olinadu to drop these off. Yeah, let's go do that. And what is our... Yeah, we can spare 100 dudes, so we're going to pick up 100 dudes, and I think we're going to go... Actually, no, we're not going to pick up 100 dudes. We're going to drop these luxury goods off, and then we're going to go explore. I really should have looked at a generation before I started this. I should have found a seed that had, like, close star systems. These are kind of close, though, so we'll come over here first, because we just want anything viable when it comes to colonization. So we're going to drop these off at Olinadu, which is over there. And then we're going to go look for a colony. Buy that vigilance. Close enough. That one. It's the slightly bigger gravity well. No salamanders. Degraded shields, faulty power grid. That one's a bad one. Not interested in faulty power grid. I do want to pick up a couple more brawlers. What you got? Missiles steady? Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for this guy. I'll even mentor you, I think. I'll leave you at steady though. I find when you make the boom tube captain or the boom tube officer, if you make him aggressive, he'll fire off a little too often. Like, he'll just waste shots. Alright. I do want more phase ships. I think we'll fly around and get a couple of them before we leave. If that's the case, then we don't need to buy more machines here. We can go out and find them. But Elbel, they might have some brawlers. Bonk. Boink. Bonk. Oh, I don't need any more dual machine guns. Pick up this Tempest as well. Tempest is a great little addition. I just need any phase ships at this point. Drop that a little bit. Get the automated repair. This way, if they get decked by any EMP, I can recover a little bit better. Don't have an officer for it yet. Sniper here. Hey, perfect. Get in there. I don't have the heavy blasters yet for my blue boys. Should try and find those at some point. I almost want to switch to the mining blasters for them. Just need to go pick up gas, really. We're fine. The fleet's prickly enough that most enemies that we will encounter should leave us alone. Let's visit Nortia real quick. That's Nortia, right? Yeah, it is. Arms dealer. What you got? Phantoms. Those are nice. I don't want them for the raiding. I want them for the way they're gonna protect me. I don't think we have the extra money to waste right now. Heavy blasters? They do have heavy blasters, though. Let me see if I can find some in the market real quick. There's a chance. Oh, we'll take you. You're great. No. But that's our last swarm wreck we need. Or not swarm wreck, salamander. Oh right, they discounted them now. I forgot. Actually, yeah, no. Yeah. I don't have another tactical laser. I thought I had a bunch laying around. Wait, didn't I take a whole bunch of tactical lasers off of these brawlers? I thought we had some extra. Did we put them somewhere? Oh, I guess I put them on the shades. Alright. No big deal. Oh, I have these marines in my inventory. What was I supposed to do with those? Contest den? Drop them off at the contest den on our way out. Let me get 5 heavy blasters. Pick up some phase lances. They're not hard to find though. Just get 3. And I don't think I'll need anything else. So everything else I could potentially find on my own anyway. I don't like that it doesn't show you how much credits you actually have, because I'm tempted to pick up a Phantom anyway, just to have one. But well, let me see how much. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think I had a ton. Where are we at? Nortia? That's worth it. Develop these contacts. Gunnery implants and steady is good. I'll spend a story point to get you. You get 100% back from it. I just gotta remember that I spent that story point, so I only have the 1 left. And another gremlin, fantastic. Take that. Got our omen. I don't have any story points though. Oh, I only have 1. I don't like spending my last story point, but I need to in order to get the whole restoration out of here. I mean, to get the bulkheads out of here. We don't need hardened shields. Yet that is. Okay, we're good to go. Definitely slow start, 2 hours. It was much slower than I normally go, but I was much more relaxed and casual for this run. You know what? Let's grab the Hegemony Commission. Saves us money while we're out in space. cause issue later, but... Ooh, I'm already... Need to go get gas. These Marines are still in my inventory. Get out. Yeah, an officer. Concerned man. Fuel for tiny amounts of money. See you, nerd. Medium bacon. No, thank you. Good. That's really freaking good. Like, if I could have asked for 2 items, Mantle Boar was one of those 2 items. This is such a good find for the playthrough we're doing. If I had a, like, soil nanites would also be high up on that list. So this is a fantastic first find. Like, holy crap. That's amazing. We are so lucky. That was an incredibly lucky first find. We're gonna be able to use that Mantle Boar to set ourselves up so well. Either on our own planet or using it with the Connie Pirates. If you put the Mantle Boar on the Connie Pirates, it creates an amazing trade opportunity. So I think what we'll do is we'll find a habitable planet to use the soil nanites on. I don't really care about that. And, nah, for Hollow Suites, like, I only build, like, commerce is only useful as your last industry. Before then, it doesn't really affect, like, it doesn't really matter that much. So the Hollow Suite is great, but it's a capstone industry. It's the last thing you want to build. And then the Synchrotron Core, there's 2 things about that now. The first thing is, actually there's a few things about that. The first is that it's only useful on your own colonies. There's no colonies in vanilla that you can sell it to create any kind of an advantage in trade. So it's only useful for your own colonies. And on top of that, the derelict motherships now have a chance of they always drop either a pristine nanoforge, a synchrotron core, or I believe the third item is a catalytic converter that they drop, the metal processor. Because of that, the synchrotron core is not as rare. The other thing about the synchrotron core is you can steal it from Nachiketa relatively easily. So you don't necessarily need to find that one. That one's not too difficult to steal. Same with the Pristine Nanoforge, in my opinion. It's not that hard to steal the Pristine Nanoforge. So it's not necessarily a super good find, but it is nice to find for sure. Like, they're not, none of the colony items are bad. It's just some of them have a lot more utility than others. And the Mantle Boar on Connie specifically, on Connie here, their access is so low that by giving them the Mantle Boar, it creates a massive surplus where you can buy ore for 1 credit apiece, which you can then sell anywhere to turn a huge profit. By the way, Kesar? Is it Kesar? Kesar the Ashley, welcome. It's good to see you. I play completely opposite to your style. I level up by exploring first, second in the game, and have my colony in 5 minutes. And have my colony in 5 minutes after the start of the game. Well, I mean, that seems like you're not really exploring that far. What I tend to do is I build a nice exploring fleet that will be able to take go out into the systems, like go out exploring and never have to return. Like, it sustains itself on salvage indefinitely, so that I can explore everything and find everything, or at least go to the high priority things, the warning beacons. Once you get into probe space, finding like a mothership or two, maybe finding the cryo sleepers, you know, doing a nice quick survey of the high priority targets and seeing how many colony items I can get before I colonize. That's what I tend to do when I'm doing like a playthrough where I'm just doing my own thing, my normal thing. This was a slower start because I'm doing it a little different. Yeah, that's the strategy that I'm pushing for a lot. I have I have a guide that I'm going to put out for that strategy, and I have some of my past streams, which are all logged over on YouTube, have that kind of a setup. Yeah, well, I can understand that, but the thing is that a lot of the reason why it took me as long as it did was because I was talking, I was going slow, I was thinking about what I was doing. When I'm just going and I'm in the groove and I'm not talking to people, it takes way less time. And also, I very rarely take everything when I'm exploring. I'm only looking for high value targets, because the idea is I'm never going to return to the core worlds. I'm going to sit out, like, you run out, and by taking time like that, with the Hegemony Commission, the Hegemony Commission's a big part of it. Because with the Hegemony Commission, by the time you're done exploring and you get back to the core worlds, you have like 3 to 5 million credits just from the monthly allowance you get from the Hegemony. Completely offsets all of your debt that you would get, and lets you stay out there as long as you want. The major downside, though, and it is a major downside, is it ruins your reputation with all the other factions, because over that time the Hegemony will slowly go to war with everyone, which is a bummer, but that can be recovered from. Alright, let's see what we got here. Like, what am I supposed to do with this playthrough? Jeez. Alright, so if we get the embryo machine, that is a killer planet we're looking at. This is just the first place we looked. Okay. I'm gonna come down here. There's a big density of stuff we can explore, so we're gonna go like down there, and then I'm gonna come back up, and we're gonna explore this area as well for potential colonies, because right now we're looking for a habitable planet that we can use soil nanites on. That's a friendly dolphin, and it hasn't hit my drive field at all yet. Bye, space friend. Bonk. Nothing there. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, this is a pretty lucky seed, especially because of the storms. Take the damn core. That's probably no. Like with Desert Worlds, sometimes they can have farmland, but this one's got a bad atmosphere, which means it's almost certainly not having farmland. It's also not habitable. So, yeah, there's no chance we were going to find farmland there. Nothing there. fact that this doesn't have a name already makes me feel like it's nothing exciting going to be here. Oh, hello! We startled them just enough that I think we can get in here, grab the goods. Hold on. Grab the goods. Move away. Come back around. I actually want to get in here. It's a good opportunity to get more gas. Get a few more supplies. Because we don't have the salvage skill. Since I knew I wasn't going to be exploring for too long, I didn't take the salvage skill. So I do want to make sure I top off whenever I can. Kind of want that brawler. Do we have the guns for it? I don't think we do. I think I only bought enough chain guns for the ones I have, yeah. And they don't have any chain guns, so we'll just ignore it. Ideal colony, +2 to farming habitable world with low hazard rating. I mean, that's a pretty good colony in general, yeah, for sure. We're looking for something that can specifically use our soil nanites. While also, like, so I want to see good organics. I would like to see good ore as well, since we're already building farming. It will be nice to also get good ore on top of that. And, but if we have transplutonic ores or volatiles, that would ruin the soil nanites, and I'd rather use the soil nanites. It's noisy here. Let's fly around a little bit. Just confirm that none of these are real readings. The ones on the Space West are not, but there's something down here. Ah, it's just those guys. Hey, dudes. Oh, we went to war with the church. This is pure vanilla for now. I'm not even using quality of life stuff. Whenever a new patch comes out, I play straight vanilla until I get a feel for the new changes, and then I'll add my quality of life mods in. And then probably we'll be playing... I'll be doing like some heavy roleplay themed stuff, and I'll just be using the quality of life mods. There's one mod though that really changes things up that I want to introduce sooner than later, so that may actually happen sometime next week, and that is experimental hull modifications. It's a fantastically fun mod. I don't know why I did that. Fantastically fun mod that really makes vanilla feel like a whole new game all over again. It allows you to customize weapon slots. Yeah, it's probably, in my opinion, I was asked the other day what's my favorite mod, and while there's a lot of quality of life mods I would hate to do without, experimental hull modifications, in my opinion, is the best single mod. That was a really bad sensor burst on accident there, but they don't want to play, so we're fine. Let's see what's in here. Nothing exciting. This is why we built our fleet the way we did. You can see they don't want anything to do with us. We are just big enough. There's a nice aurora here. What's going on with that? Habitable world. Fantastic. That's not bad. Like, we can spend a story point to get that. Not right now, though. That might be something I come back to get. Aurora is one of my favorite larger ships to fly. UEF mod for all the drone ships. It's OP, it's broken, it's fun. The thing with faction mods, though, is that you gotta remember is, are you happy to just play with just that mod? Or are there other mods that you would rather have? Like, are you saying you'd rather have that over Nexerlin? Because I tend to see people who play with the faction mods, like, always playing a Nexerlin. Like, are you willing to give up that? Because that's what we're talking about. I'm perfectly happy not playing with Nexerlin in general, but especially when I have, yeah, see, in addition to Nexerlin, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a single mod. So there's your problem right there, is that you want to play with Nexerlin and that mod. I think you probably, I think Nexerlin's probably the mod that you actually really love. It's just, it's so easy to not think about because people who play with that mod tend to think of it as essentially you're playing Starsector Plus. That mod is required. But if you're only picking one mod, you have to turn that one down. That one. Oh yeah, that's the funny thing about mods. Absolutely keep that backup. If only to preserve the history. Alright, we had a tip on a habitable world. Where is it? Fleet log. Habitable world. Wait, it's here? It's... I was just there. Wait, there's no way. None of these are habitable. What's going on here? Is this rocky world? Is this rocky ice world habitable? No. That's not habitable. That's not habitable. What the heck is going on here? It says it's in this system. Some distance away from the center of the Oberon system. We're in Oberon. That's weird. That's like a bug or something. Like, oh, orbital habitat. Don't mind me. I know how to play a game. I can read. Alright, this is further away than I want to colonize, but... Epsilon. That's a big maybe. Probably nothing here. Oh, I actually am not a big fan of the hypershunts. I think that they're not worth the struggle. It's not +1 production though. It's literally having a whole new industry, which is absolutely bonkers. But the struggle to play around it is just not worth it in my opinion. They're very rarely in spots that like come up useful. But if you do want to play with that, there's a mod called Scan Those Gates, so you can spawn in right away, and it gives you a skill that reveals where the hypershunts are, and then you can go explore around them and see if there's a system that you want to colonize, and then potentially you would be able to make use of the hypershunts. The other thing you could do is play with the mod Terraforming and Stations. The terraforming in that mod allows you to basically customize your entire system however you want. Both of those would be great if you're trying to play with the hypershunts, depending on how much you want the mod. Oh, I usually go by quadrants when it comes to exploring. The way you describe, you end up using up a lot more fuel. Well, my main issue with it is it's just the distance requirement. It's for that one and the sleeper cells as well. Like the radius that you get, like it's not too difficult for it to just not be at all viable. Like it's fair, like sometimes you'd have to heavily compromise if there even is an option that's worth it. So the distance for those is a big bummer for me, but that's how you offset it. It's like sometimes you get a playthrough where it's useful. Like there was one playthrough I did where I found 2 sleepers that were close enough that I had that I could find colonize multiple habitable worlds near them, and it was way off in the corner. And so I decided that I was going to build up 3 habitable worlds where the sleepers would live, and that was my little quiet, isolated cult of sleepers. And I did all my dirty work in the core worlds, and they had no idea I was smuggling weapons and drugs so that they could have a peaceful life. Alright, so, red bacon. Hey, we get in. Sneak right in. Perfect. Easy. Easy! I want to get over here because there's ruins on this one. As long as they don't poop out a patrol, we should be fine. Oh, you know what? I actually need those machines to colonize. I might as well grab them now. I think it's only 100 that I need, but I'll grab them all. No game mechanic to overtake a colony in vanilla from the core main factions. See, the thing with, again, this is something I talk about a lot. The main game is not a 4X game. Vanilla Starsector is a role-playing game, not a 4X game. I'm happy with the idea of the crisis system because it expands and potentially adds like more end game content to colonizing in vanilla. But when it comes down to it, this is not a 4X game. You're not supposed to take over those colonies. You're not supposed to destabilize those colonies. It's supposed to be a bad thing. Exactly. That's the thing. This Nexerlin is for that. And because of Nexerlin, I feel like there's no need for the main game to ever have those kind of functions. What am I even going to do with 2 holosuites? Nice. Oh, this one's in much better shape. Just the erratic fuel injector. God, get the cash! Stop toasting! Freaking crew's too busy getting a free tan. Alright, is that just fleece or is there something out there? Looks like something out there. Probably a habitat. The thing is, though, is I need to be able to actually sustain 2 colonies with a commander. So I would need to find, like... I mean, we could use the mantle boar for our own colony. I'll just see what else we find. I'm only intending to start 1 colony on this playthrough. Honestly, I'm so well distracted. I was even thinking I was going to have one by now. Heck off. Nerd. I don't think you can find a frozen or ice planet with no atmosphere, I don't think those generate naturally. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I just don't look for it. It's an interesting idea to use that on. Use that like that. I tend not to look for it, because when I'm looking for a frozen or an ice world, it's only because I want something with good rocks and volatiles. I almost always use my mantle boar in the core worlds instead of on my own worlds. Oh, it's dead quiet here. There's not even a toaster. It's a maybe. Probably a no. Oh, it's habitable. Maybe. No. There's another one here, though. This is a big maybe. Oh boy. Alright. This might be home. Not that far. Are you ready? Here we go. Ha! Talk about lucky. No rare ore, which means we can use our soil nanites, which means this is a +3. Because we also have a stellar shade set up. That's our home. I mean, we could probably find better, but I'm not interested in struggling to find it. I think this is it. This is the one. We got the abundant organics. This is home. We've got a gas giant. Let's do the full survey. Get everything in the report. I'm gonna throw a report. That's not bad. Got a little guy here. I don't really care what you have. You're just small. That's great. Yeah, this is a banger system. This would be a great system just to sit on. Happy, very happy with this. So we will colonize just the one planet, and then move on from there over time. We'll see how it handles. But first, let's see what we have for neighbors. We could potentially put our mantle boar there. It's worth considering. Because as it is, we don't have a transplutonic source at all, right? None of these had transplutonics? Right. But these are like concerns deep down the line. Nothing to worry about right now. Nothing here. Gotta keep an eye on my gas. Alright, so we'll go check this other system out and then we gotta return. these are 4 turd rocks. $200 hazard rating across the board, though, is not bad. Let's go check them out. See if any of them have good ore. Oh, hello. What you doing here? Who this guy? Also transport them to prison. Yeah, I'll take you to a pirate world. Hop in. Yeah, you're good. Take him over to Contestan on our way home. So we could drop him off at Connie, actually. We need to go to Connie. Yeah, we got a commercial break coming up in a little more than 3 minutes. I already have my coffee, though. I think I'd rather take the other one. It's a bigger system, though, but there's nothing else I'd want to do here. I'm not really stressing this, though. We just want to see what what happens with our one colony. There's more to do here. Like, if I got the gas master, we could potentially set up on this one and this one, so we have 2 colonies in here, and then we could set up here, here, and here. So we have 3 colonies here, 2 and 3. Bunches them together a little bit more. Alright, let's head back to the core worlds. Drop these pirates off. I actually never encountered that one before. I was jumping through it quickly because I thought it was the other stranded travelers one. Let's head to Naraka and pick up gas. The only downside about this colony is it's really a pain in the butt to get back and forth from the core. Good. What's going on? Nothing. We don't need an administrator right now. Actually, hold on. Can we get... do you have industry... whatever? Yeah. Come in. You're good. We'll take you. They have industrial planning. Don't need any ships. Don't need any officers. Don't need anything else. Let's go. Let's go to Connie and drop off the mantle boar. Then we'll pick up a crew at Chalcedonies. We'll set up our colony. We're going to need at least 1 atlas. We have a single story point. That's going to slow down our progress with the atlas, but it's not really going to be much of a problem. Hey guys, here you like mining. See, look at this. They already have a huge surplus because their access is terrible. Okay, so wait a second. Since the ad just broke, this is a fun part. Cold coffee, fantastic, love it. Right, so you can see they have terrible access. That's almost indefinite, like that almost always is the case here. You can see that it's all due to hostility with everyone, so it's not going to change. they already have a huge surplus on everything they're trying to sell. So when we come over here and say, hey, we're going to increase your production by 3 of each, it's suddenly a huge jump. And now, I wish I should have checked before, but the after effect is we can buy ore for 1 credit, which we can then sell anywhere and make money. Now it's just a matter of volume. We want to be able to carry 30,000 ore at once. And we will do that when we get back. We're going to go ahead and sell our ill-gotten gains here as well, since I hate that thing. This is going to be... I like to pile up all of my survey data and all the goodies I find in one spot, so I can come back and look at it and just be like, ah, yes, those are the things I found. Alright, we're still going to need a place in system to use as a base of operations. Normally I go with my Asura, but that's... I'd rather have something between our colony. Oh, we need to... No, hold on. There we go. Cancel the transverse jump. We need to go pick up crew at Chalcedony. I think what we'll do is there's... Now, my Asura is the safest one, though. Like, you don't get yelled at for not having a transponder on. It's relatively easy to find the planet. I'm just going to go drop off my stuff at my Asura. I'll pick that up. We're also going to need to get supplies. Oops, don't care. Who are we at war with? Speaking of which, just make sure we just per se in league. Go visit Syndria on the way back. See, easy to find. Boop. I'll just wait until I can do double needlers on them. We'll drop these off as well. Because I'm not going to use the AI cores on our planet as much as I want to. Just going to focus on trying to be as sleek and slim as possible. We can put that on our planet, though. Leave that here. Heyo, let me get some of them supplies. Take that salamander. Go Syndria. So we need a couple of Atlas. We're gonna need like 3 or 4 actually. Doing the open market, we can get some bonus points with Syndria for buying 800. Get this Atlas as well. No, thank you. Oh, I have a bunch of officers. Hold on. Got my 2 favorite skills. I also love this skill. Yeah, you're great. That's like a fantastic officer. Very happy with that one. Gotta figure out what to do with you though. You don't have target analysis, but you have field modulation. 4 of the skills are good skills. I think we keep them anyway, because if we retrain them, can we give them 5 elite skills again? Is that going to take... Yeah, we can give them 5 elite skills again. And it only takes 1 point to do all of them over, right? It does. Okay. So we'll keep both of them. Because then I can get her elite field modulation. Yeah, those are actually pretty good officers. I'm happy with that. Who was the... one of the ones I was going to get rid of? Let's get rid of you. We'll put you in here. Actually... Yeah. We'll put you in here. Where do I want to put you? Oh, you have elite point defense. Yeah, you should be in a brawler. Here. So I'm gonna get them rearranged in the order I have them in the... You're gonna actually go back here. You two. Move these two up here. Very happy with that selection. Just gotta get rid of this guy because I'm not a fan of damage control. Not on frigates, not useful. Oh, you're still in here too. I forgot about you. Yeah, you know what? Heck it. We'll keep the apogee around this time. I don't usually, but... Should have picked up target analysis, but I love gunnery implants as well. Let's go drop off the Atlas, though. I don't want it in my inventory. Not when we're trying to get back to the butthole end of the sector where we live. Store you here. Yeah. Then let's just go colonize. We are heading to here, right? Yeah. It's so much further than I'd like to be. I would have much rather colonized over here, but that's just too good of an opportunity. And we just want to be done with it at this point. I don't want to keep looking. I found good colony items. We found a good system to utilize those colony items. Hey, appreciate that, Eric. I really do. I do my best. It's easy to find. Uses a hell of a lot of gas just dragging ourselves all the way out here. That's my reason why I don't like using the Atlas. I didn't even... What did I just do? What was that? Did I not explore the ruins? There were ruins here and I didn't explore them? Alright, okay, whatever. I was just so excited that I found it. Alright, this is home. Bob. I don't know, you know what? We're hard working people. Hammer. Nah, not Hammer Time. Or Hammer Town. We'll just go straight up Hammer Time LLC. The Hammer Time LLC. It's not capital though, so no the. R. A. You fucking guy. Let me leave real quick. Start production on that. Colony crisis immediately. We knew that was going to happen. We want the way station first or farming first? Normally I do way station first. Save some money because we need some money to manage our stuff when we get back out there. Store this for now. Alright. Actually, hold on. Wait, no, that is in the stockpiles. Right. Okay. Trying to remember if I need to do any of these. I'm just sort of like zoning out for a second. We don't actually want to stockpile weapons here because we're going to use them. Like, we're going to do most of our stuff in system or in the core worlds. And we don't need these anymore. Leave those here because this is where we're going to come if we do decide to start exploring further out. We have 10, 23 ships. We're going to have 5 Atlas. So we don't need to leave any of our frigates behind. Just keep this as our group here. This is our group. I'm going to use the gate because I'm a little worried about fuel. The Apogee just sucks up so much fuel. Like, it's not even our biggest. I mean, it is our biggest user, but